13 million. That's how many transmissions mechanics replace every year in America. They know which SUVs end up on the lift and which ones don't. So when a mechanic spends his own money on an SUV for his family, that list gets very short. 9 made the cut. Today, I'm counting down those 9 SUVs. Plus 2 they'd never let their family drive. Number 1 is built on the same platform as one of the most indestructible vehicles on Earth. Let's go. At number 9, the Mazda CX-5. Now ask a mechanic what compact SUV they daily drive, and this name comes up more than you'd expect. So RepairPal ranked every SUV in its class. CX-5 came first, out of 26. Repairs run $447 a year versus $573 for the class. Over $100 a year you keep just by picking right. Major repairs? Only 8% of owners ever deal with them. Here's why mechanics grab this over a RAV4 or CRV. No turbo to blow, no belt to snap, no CVT to fail. Just a 2.5-liter engine with a timing chain and a 6-speed automatic. Mechanics see dead CVTs every week. A 6-speed auto coming in finished? Almost never happens. Starts around $30,000 and insurance runs just $2,021. One of the cheapest SUVs you can insure. For a family on a budget, that matters more than you think. Less cargo than the RAV4 or CRV, but you're buying the powertrain, not the trunk. Go 2017 or newer. 0 major powertrain failures in the entire run. Not luck, engineering. Next one costs $34 a month to keep running. The Honda CR-V comes in at number 8. Even cheaper to maintain than the CX-5. $407 a year. Works out to $34 a month, less than your phone bill. Scotty Kilmer, 53 years turning wrenches, showed a CR-V with 285,000 miles on the original powertrain. Still running strong. His take? Buy them. Now here's the mechanic debate. The CR-V runs a CVT, mechanics generally hate those. But Honda builds theirs in-house with a torque converter. Not the Jotco units that destroyed Nissan's reputation. The CR-V's severe repair rate sits at just 9%. Nissan Rogues running those Jotco CVTs? Mechanics see those rolling dying every week, night and day in the shop. The 2017 to 2019 models had fuel leaking into the oil in cold climates. Honda fixed the piston rings by 2020. Now you know which years to skip. Mechanics with young kids love this one because the back seat fits 3 car seats across and the cargo still handles a full stroller. IIHS top safety pick. Insurance under $2,000, and 17.5% of these reach 250,000 miles. Top 25 longest lasting vehicles in the country. Go 2020 or newer. Next one is even cheaper to insure, and it comes with something standard that every other charges extra for. At 7, the Subaru Forester. Even cheaper to insure than the CR-V. Cheapest SUV in the entire country. And the only compact SUV where all-wheel drive comes standard. Every trim, every year. Now, you'd think cheapest to insure means you're giving something up, right? Nope. Car Wizard, independent shop owner, 20+ years under the hood, recommends Subarus for the long haul. The symmetrical AWD system is simpler than what competitors run. No electronic coupling that overheats. Just a permanent mechanical torque split that handles snow, mud, and gravel without thinking about it. For a mechanic who lives somewhere it snows, this is the SUV they hand the keys to their spouse. The 2.5-liter Boxer engine sits flat and low with a timing chain and direct injection. And because it's flat instead of V-shaped, you skip the oil seepage that plagues a lot of V6 engines as they age. Like the CR-V, the Forester runs a CVT. Had real problems in 2014 and 2015. Subaru quietly extended the warranty to 10 years on those units, which tells you they knew. But 2019 forward, change the fluid every 30,000 miles and these cruise well past 200,000. And Subaru has earned the IIHS top safety pick plus 19 years in a row. Longest active safety streak of any automaker. Insurance reflects that, just $1,584 a year, over $500 back versus the average SUV. Starts around $30,000. Go 2019 or newer. Skip 2014 and 2015. Next one needs no introduction. But the mileage numbers will still shock you. At number 6, the Toyota 4Runner. You knew this was on here. Every mechanic who gets asked about family SUVs says this one first. And the mileage numbers are absurd. Mechanics have documented these at 350,000, at 430,000, at 511,000 on the original engine and transmission. Buy one when your first kid is born, and it'll still be running when they need a car. The 5th generation ran 15 years without a redesign. A 4.0-liter V6 with a 5-speed automatic body on frame. No turbo, no cylinder deactivation that brakes at 80,000. Toyota built this like a truck because it is one. Same platform as the Tacoma. And the resale proves the demand. 4Runner keeps 70% of its value after 5 years. Average midsize SUV keeps 50. On a $43,000 truck, that's $8,600 more in your pocket when you sell. Maintenance runs $514 a year. Not the cheapest here, but you make every dollar back at trade-in. The 2025 is a full redesign. Toyota dropped the V6 for a Turbo 4. The exact complexity the older model avoided. Unproven. And it missed the IIHS top safety pick. Go 2010 to 2024 for the proven generation. The 2025 is new territory. Ready for the one that surprised me the most? Number 5, the Kia Telluride. Andy Sari spent 30 years in the business. Ford Senior Master Tech, ASE, and GM certified. The man has worked on everything Detroit builds. His pick for a new family SUV? The Kia Telluride. And the numbers back him up. Pop the hood, a naturally aspirated 3.8-liter V6 paired with an 8-speed automatic and a dual timing chain. No turbo, no CVT, no dual clutch. That's what mechanics want to see under there. Nothing exotic waiting to fail at 60,000. Warranty is 10 years, 100,000 miles on the powertrain. Double what Toyota and Honda give you. Even if something breaks, Kia covers it longer than anyone. Repairs run $474 a year with a top safety pick plus. Seats your whole family plus the in-laws, and it starts at $37,000. An Explorer starts at the same price and costs over $900 a year to fix. The downside is fuel economy, 22 miles per gallon combined. No hybrid option. When the RX hybrid on this list hits 37, that gap is real. Go 2020 or newer. Every year has been clean. 7 of these 9 run a traditional automatic. 0 use a dual clutch. Not a coincidence. That's mechanics filtering out complexity before it becomes your problem. If this is helping you narrow it down, hit subscribe. We're in the top 4 now, and every pick from here has the numbers to back up its price tag. The Lexus RX 350 at number 4. A luxury SUV that costs less to repair than the average car in America. $550 a year. Luxury midsize average is $807, and the average car on the road costs $652. The RX beats both. A Lexus cheaper to fix than a base Equinox. Let that register. Only the CR-V and CX-5 cost less to maintain. Only 8% of repairs are ever severe. Lowest on this list. Mechanics who service these say the same thing. Oil changes and tire rotations. That's the whole ownership. Family that wants luxury without worrying about breakdowns? Start here. Current model runs a 2.4-liter turbo with a timing chain and 8-speed automatic. Yes, a turbo. But when Lexus puts one in, the track record earns the benefit of the doubt. The hybrid pulls 37 miles per gallon combined. Lexus has been the #1 brand in J.D. Power's dependability study 4 years running. Not even close. Starts at $51,175. Not cheap. But it holds its value better than every German rival. And you'll spend almost nothing keeping it running. Go 2020 or newer. Next one is full size, and it has the single best longevity stat of any SUV ever measured. Number 3 is the Toyota Sequoia. Mechanics who work on full-size SUVs see Tahoes and Expeditions every week. They almost never see a Sequoia. Not because nobody buys them, because there's nothing to fix. A study of 174 million vehicles put the Sequoia on top. Highest probability of any SUV hitting 250,000 miles. At 39.1% versus under 5% for the average vehicle. I'm serious. 8 times the norm. The 2023 redesign made every Sequoia a hybrid. A 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 making 437 horsepower with a 10-speed automatic. 21 miles per gallon combined. Seats 8 with real legroom in the third row and tows 9,000 pounds. The full family plus the camping gear plus the boat. Same platform as the Tundra and Land Cruiser. If the 4Runner at number 6 impressed you, this is its bigger sibling. Starts around $61,000. Not a budget play. But that hybrid saves you roughly $1,500 a year over a Tahoe at the pump. Free tank every month, and the Sequoia will still be on the road when the Tahoe's shopping for its second transmission. Go 2008 to 2022 for the proven V8. 2023 hybrid is strong but still young. Next one has a catch, and it still made the list. Number 2, the Acura MDX. This one has something no other SUV on this list has: a timing belt. Mechanics will tell you straight, chains last the life of the engine. Belts don't. The MDX needs a new one every 105,000 miles. That's $800 to $1,600. A hit you need to plan for. So why is it still at number 2? Because everything else is bulletproof. Out of 14 luxury midsize SUVs, RepairPal puts the MDX second. Maintenance at $571 a year. That's $236 less than the luxury average. Over 5 years, almost $1,200 stays in your pocket just on upkeep. Severe repairs hit just 8% of owners. The 3.5-liter V6 is Honda's J Series. Same engine as the Pilot, the Odyssey, the Ridgeline. Every mechanic knows it cold, and the parts are Honda priced, not luxury priced. Acura comfort, Honda repair bills, 3 rows with enough space that your kids aren't kicking the seat in front of them. Port injection keeps the valves clean. Torque vectoring SHAWD and IHS. Top safety pick. And at $2,376 a year, it's the cheapest luxury SUV you can insure. Starts at $52,550. Budget for that belt at $105K and you're set. Mechanics still put this on their list knowing about it. That tells you everything about the rest of the truck. Go 2022 or newer. Skip 2014 to 2016. Transmission and electrical issues plagued those years. And number 1, the Lexus GX. The one mechanics don't argue about. J.D. Power named it the most dependable luxury midsize SUV 2 years running. Consumer Reports went further. They rated the GX460 the most reliable vehicle in America. Not luxury vehicles, not SUVs, every single vehicle they tested. Read that again. So what earns that from the people who fix cars for a living? Underneath the leather is a Land Cruiser. Same body-on-frame platform as the Land Cruiser Prado. The one governments and aid groups run across war zones. Full-time 4-wheel drive with a locking center differential and a 2-speed transfer case. Mechanics who want their family in the most overbuilt thing on the road end up here. It's a Land Cruiser in a tuxedo. The GX460 ran a 4.6-liter V8 with a timing chain and port injection. Dead simple. The newer GX550 moved to a 3.4-liter twin turbo V6 with a 10-speed. More moving parts, but Toyota underneath. And 18.3% reached 250,000 miles. 4 times the average. Maintenance runs $770 a year, highest on this list. But only 9% of repairs are severe. Here's what most buyers miss. The 4Runner at number 6 holds 70% of its value. The GX, around 60%. Same platform, more comfort, thousands less on the used lot. That's the kind of math mechanics do before they buy. Starts at $64,250 new. Go 2017 to 2022 for the V8. Avoid the 2024 and 2025 GX550. Engine recall you don't want now. 2 SUVs mechanics would never put their family in. The Jeep Grand Cherokee. Consumer Reports ranked Jeep dead last. 34 automakers, dead last. The 4xe had 320,000 vehicles recalled for battery fires. Jeep's advice to owners? Park outside and stop charging. Mechanics see these for transmission failures under 15,000 miles. Electrical problems that take weeks to trace. Engines with factory sand still in the block. Every independent shop has one sitting in the lot. The Land Rover Range Rover. Repair Pal ranks them 31st out of 32 brands. Repairs average $1,174 a year. Air suspension alone runs $8,000 when it goes. And it goes. By year 10, over 95% need a major repair. That's not a car. That's a subscription to your mechanic's mortgage. Gorgeous to look at. Miserable to own. That's 9 SUVs mechanics trust with their families. 2 they won't touch. And if you want more pics like these, the full playlist is right here.